Move on from Norman Blake to another songwriter and musician who actually played with Norman quite a bit back in the day. And y'all might have heard of, if you haven't heard of his name, you've at least, I'm sure, heard a song or two that he's written. A fellow by the name of John Hartford. And of course, love his banjo playing, and I don't play banjo like him. He played the three-finger picking style. What I play is called claw hammer, and I may demonstrate a little bit more of that here later. This one's called, it's a fun little tune. A lot of this stuff would sound great with a full band, so I'm just trying to make it sound as good as possible with just me and the old six string. This one's called I Wish We Had Our Time Again. Oh, the roads we ran and the folks we knew, risky things that we used to do. Now it's over and I know we're through, and I wish we had our time again. Wish we had our time again. Wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. Well, I couldn't go to sleep, got up and made a light, tried to write it down in the middle of the night, looking for the words, but it don't come right. And I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. If not for love, I can hardly see. I looked at you and you looked at me. Your memory, love, won't let me be. And I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. Oh me, oh my, how the years do fly. It makes no difference and we all know why. Dear old friends have to turn their eye. And I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. This next one is not one that John Hartford wrote. That would have been quite a feat if he had done that. This is an old song that comes, it's at least as old as the Civil War. And the cool thing about this song is that unlike certain songs, which you might know, this one was sang and played on both sides during the Civil War. It's one that John Hartford did a great version of, so I'm including that in this part of the set. It's called Lorena. Alright. Remind myself what the key I sing this in. Yeah. The years creep slowly by, Lorena. Yeah. The snow is on the ground again. The sun's low down the sky, Lorena. The frost gleams where the flowers have been. beats on us warmly now, as when the summer days were nigh. The sun could never dip so low, or down affection's cloudless sky. 100 months have passed, Lorena, since last I held your hand in mine and felt the pulse beat fast, Lorena, though mine beat faster far than thine. 100 months 'twas flowery May, when up that hill we slowly climbed to watch the dying of the day and hear the distant church bells chime. We loved each other then, Lorena, more than we ever dared to tell. And what we might have been, Lorena, had but our loving prospered well. But then 'tis past, the years are gone. I'll not call up their shadowy form. I'll say to them, lost years, sleep on. Sleep on, nor heed life's pelting storms. The years creep slowly by, Lorena. The snow is on the ground again. The sun's low down the sky, Lorena. The frost gleams where the flowers have been, but the heart beats on as warmly now as when the summer days were nigh. The sun could never dip so low or down affections of the sky. The years creep slowly by, Lorena. Here's another quick John Hartford song. This is one he did write. It's called In Tall Buildings. It's an interesting little song about, I'd say, a country fella who unfortunately had to put on a suit and go to work in the city. Sad story. Someday, my baby, I am a man, and others have taught me the best that they can. They'll sell me a suit and cut off my hair, send me to work in tall buildings. So So it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, must not be late, going to work in tall buildings. When I'm retired, my life is my own. I made all the payments, it's time to go. I wonder what happened betwixt and between. I went to work in tall buildings. So it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, must not be late, going to work in tall buildings, going to work in tall buildings. Here's the John Hartford song that if you heard any John Hartford song at all, it would be this one. And it's because it was made famous by Glenn Campbell back in the day, and a few more artists have covered it since then. But John Hartford was the original, he wrote it, and it's called Gentle on My Mind. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the ink stains that are dried upon some lines. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory, keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that binds me, or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world cannot be cursing or forgiven when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory. For hours you're just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone. I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. I dipped my cup of soup back from the gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard a ruffling coal pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands round the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory. For hours you're just gentle on my mind. another one that John Hartford wrote. It's called No End of Love. I'd like to go where you go, see the things you see. I'd like to hear the sounds you hear, breathe the air you breathe. Hurt for you, times of pain, smile when things are right again. Love you like there was no end of love, no end of love. With you, I'd like to do the things that I have done before, have a different meaning now, wasn't there before. As if I started out anew when I stumble on to you. For now my dreams divide into for you no end of love. I like to sing the songs you sing, play the games you play. I'd like to walk the roads you walk, let you lead the way. I'd like to get the notes you send, keep you dry in a summer's rain. I love you like there was no end of love, no end of love. With you, I'd like to do the things that I have done before, have a different meaning now, wasn't there before. As if I started out anew, just when I stumbled on to you. For now my dreams divide into for you no end of love. For now my dreams divide into for you no end of love.